Hey guys, so in the last video we looked at rates and proportions. Moving onto page 31, we're going to look specifically about setting up proportions and then more specifically solving them. So here is the golden rule for these type 1, these proportions. Is over of equals percent over 100. You will also see it sometimes referenced as part of a whole. Remember we said that percent mean of 100. So that's where that part comes from. And then the part in a whole is going to be is over of. So either way that makes sense to that. So let's look at 1, 2, and 3 because these are all going to be type 1. So number 1, I have 4% of 73 is what number? So using that golden rule, 43%, well that's going to be my percent of 73. So I'm going to line that up with the of part. Is what number? Well, anytime I don't know a quantity in math, I can call that an unknown of x. And then I'm going to set up my proportion. So is over of. Is what number? That's going to be x of 73 equals percent 4 over 100. And so now I'm going to cross multiply. And I will have 100 times x. So right here, x times 100, 100x. And then on the other side, 73 times 4. So right here, I get 292. I'm going to divide by 100, divide by 100. Those will cancel and leave me with x equals 2.92. All right, number 2, what percent of 29 is 3? Okay, so I'm going to go through and label my stuff. What percent, well, that's my unknown, so I'm going to call that x, of 29 is 3. And so I'm going to set up my proportion. So what percent? That's going to be x. And that's always over 100. Is 3 of 29. And so I'm going to cross multiply. 29 times x. I typically will multiply the diagonal that has the x on it first, just so I have that on the left. So 29x and then cross multiply on the other diagonal. 3 times 100 divide by 29, divide by 29. And I get x equals, I'm going to round to 2 decimals. It doesn't say specifically, but I'm just going to round to 2. 10.34. All right, and then number 3, Miss Moore had 17 students in EDU102. Oh, sorry. So 3 and 4 are going to go back to percent change. So percent change is going to be that formula for type 2. New versus old, or sorry, new minus old, divided by old times 100. So we're looking for the percent increase or percent decrease. So number 3, Miss Moore had 17 students in ED102 in the fall. This semester she has 12 students. What is the percent change? Well, I, in the fall, had 17. And in the spring, I had 12. That's going to be a percent decrease because I went from 17 to 12. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. This is going to be a percent decrease because I lost students theoretically. This semester she has 12, so this is going to be the new. This one's going to be old. And so my formula, percent change equals new minus old. new minus old is going to be 12 minus old over the old, 17, times 100. So I need to do that fraction first. So 12 minus 17 is going to give me negative 5. Negative 5 over 17 times 100. So negative 5 over 17 is going to be a decimal. Negative 0.2941. We'll just round it off to 4 decimals. Times 100 is going to be negative 29.41%. And the reason it's negative is because it was a percent decrease. So from the fall to the spring, there was a almost 30% decrease. Theoretically, I just made these numbers up. Okay, number 4. Kate Spade is having a sale. The whole store is 60% off. Megan found a bag for $122.99 that she loves. What is the sale price of the bag? A couple of options here. We could do a percent change with this, but I think it makes more sense to set this up like you have been taught to do what we call consumer math. And so the bag is $122 originally before sale. And the sale is 60% off. So I'm going to multiply by 60 over 100. Or that is also, move the decimal 2 spots to the left, 0.60. But since that's a percent, I have to do 60 over 100, or 0.6. Okay, so I'm going to multiply 122.99 times 0.6. That is that thing in a decimal. So 122.99 times 0.6 gives me 73.79. I rounded to 2 decimals because it's money. Now, that is not the sale price of the bag. That is the amount off. So that's how much I am saving. To find the price of the bag, so the sale price is going to be 122.99 minus the 73.79, which is going to give me a sale price of $49.20. That is the sale price of the bag. All right, I want you guys to pause the video, go to page 79 and 80 in your textbook, and do numbers 15 and 16. All right, so hopefully you've done number 15 and 16. So here is number 15 for you to check. So just similar to 1 and 2, is over of equals percent over 100. And then here is number 16, a percent change problem.